Since I'm in the position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I kick them with it a minute.
See, they call me a menace, and if the shoe fits, I wear it.
But if it don't,
y'all will swallow the truth,
grin and bear it.
Now, who's the king of these
Ludicrous
ludicrous
lyrics.
Who could inherit the title, put the youth in hysterics, using his
views in his merit,
sharing his views in his mirrors? But there's a huge interference.
They're saying you should inherit.
Maybe it's hatred I spew.
Maybe it's food for the spirit.
Maybe it's beautiful music I made for you to just cherish. But I'm debated and hated.
Viewed and hated is
viewed in America as a motherfucking drug addict.
Like you didn't experiment.
That's when you start to stare in the mirror and see yourself as a kid again.
And you get embarrassed.
And I got nothing to do but make you look stupid as parents. You fucking
do get it. Too bad you couldn't do good at marriage.
And do you have any clue what I had
to do to get here? I don't think you do.
So stay tuned and keep your ears glued to the
stereo.
Here we go.
I'm a sinister.
Mr. Kiss My Ass is just starting again.
Yo, but don't quote us.
Yo.
Don't quote me, episode 33. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
We viral now, man. We viral, man.
Yeah.
We have multiple clips out, and thanks to y'all at home for rocking with us this whole time.
Word.
We really turning up right now.
And f y'all at home. Get mad in the comments, nigga.
Yo, I'm sure they will.
Set it off.
Now, today, we have a very special episode. If you notice the good brother next to me, man, this is my man, a legend in the South.
I'm all right.
Ness Lee, man. So let's give it up for my man Ness Lee. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then on the other couch,
Yep.
we got my man, as always, the last MJ.
Yo, we in here. We gonna be here.
The agitator who start everything and turn up every single time.
And got the facts to back it up every time, too.
And then right next to him, now, listen, man. I'm from a state called Massachusetts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We had a little league called Grind Time that started back in the day. This is one of my star pupils. I'm so glad that this young lady grew up and blossomed and has touched almost every league. This is the most viewed female battle rapper in the world. And she has one of the most dangerous pens in hip hop history, man. So let's give it up for 40 bars, man.
Hey.
In the music bucket. In the music bucket.
I hate bucket hats.
So look, man. If y'all watching this show, clearly y'all heard the quote at the top of this episode, man. Eminem, Renegade, for some of our younger audience members that might be like, who is that right there, right? Yo, man. Eminem drops Houdini.
Yep.
He said he's going to make his career disappear. And there's a lot of mixed reactions on this. And we got, I mean, clearly, the way y'all were rapping that, y'all all Eminem experts.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This one right here, MJ, he's the ultimate Eminem number one fan of the world.
Absolutely.
You might have some beef today on this episode.
Oh,
you know
yeah, we got to address that. Yeah, absolutely.
But was Houdini good or was it not good? What was going on?
I'll start it. Houdini was right on par as Slim Shady, doing what Slim Shady does every time. If you know anything about M, the first single is always this. And then it's just to bring people in, to get attention, have a crazy video. And he actually doesn't like doing this, as he said many times, but this is just what he calls for. And if he's going to go out, this is the way to go out. Go out the way you came in. Even though I don't want him to go out. But this is what the single is supposed to do.
But did you like it?
Yes, I liked it because I knew exactly what it was.
Okay. Ness, go ahead. He been holding back this whole time.
Listen.
I would be on this fucking episode.
You would.
Hey, man, y'all don't kill me in the fucking comments, man. I know y'all hate me right now. If you're the biggest artist in the world, why would you have to do that? Why not just come out with what you want to come out with? Biggest rap artist in the world. And he hates doing those type of shit.
Because he understands what the people want, and he gives the people what they want at the same time. Like,
is that what the people want?
That's why he's the biggest artist.
Yeah, that might not be what black people want, but that's what white people and the masses want. They want at least some of that Slim Shady. They want what they bought, and that's what it is.
All right, so the Slim Shady LP.
Yes.
What song was like that on there? And that's my favorite one.
A Slim Shady is Hi, My Name Is.
That wasn't like that.
It was the same thing. It's hi kids. Do you like violent?
It's not corny.
It's fire. First of all, it's fire.
Right. Absolutely.
But it's not. I'm like the dopest MC on the microphone. That's not what that is.
Right.
It's I can play around and say a bunch of crazy off the wall things and get everybody riled up. Now come listen to my album. Eminem is probably one of the first shock value rappers ever.
Nah.
Who?
Nah.
You gonna go Necro and the Cool Keith and all that on him?
Well, Cool Keith may be the actual first, but I mean, we got what's the nigga from Esham? We got the nigga from Texas.
I know you're talking about.
I forget his name.
He
sound like Jaren. He sound like Jaren.
Yo, I know who
Cage.
you. Yeah.
Sticky Fingers.
But he bought Cage's tape, opened it, and dubbed over it. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, right. And Sticky Fingers is on.
He's definitely the biggest shock rapper.
He's the biggest shock value
absolutely.
rapper. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I rock with the move. I understand this is right on par of what I expect from Eminem on this last one. It's good for what it's good for.
Is it a good song?
It's not his best. It's not his best version of those.
Yo, 40, is it a good song?
That's all right. That's all right.
Is Eminem in all of our top 10s?
Yes.
Eminem's in my top 2.
Eminem is in my top 2 as well.
He's in my top 3.
Start there.
He's in my top 2.
Start there.
Who's your one?
I don't, I'm gonna be honest, I'm like mad shaky when it comes to that switching around. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay,
I'm
but
like,
who's your top 2?
It goes between like Eminem and Nas. It can be like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Okay.
depending on how I feel on the day. But like Eminem, just because I don't feel like anybody like really raps like that.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? Just period. As far as
with
like
you.
straight skill set, right?
Yeah.
But I also can relate a lot more to Nas's music. You understand what I'm saying? So it goes back and forth for me on that. But
I'm with you.
yeah.
That's man. You always make the lemon juice face, bro. Like what's going on?
Do you like Eminem or not? Because you let's just keep.
Let's start there,
Can we do this? We gotta do this. It's the elephant in the room.
You like M Doggy?
We need to know: do you like Eminem or do you hate Eminem because you wrote the diss for
Yeah.
Benzino towards Eminem, and we would need to know, like, was that just straight work for hire, or do you really have something in there where you do not like Eminem?
All right, so that's a layered question, man. because
Okay.
I don't hate him. I used to be the biggest Eminem fan.
So you're Stan and you wrote the diss towards Eminem.
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not.
If you were the biggest Eminem fan, you were a Stan.
I used to be the biggest Eminem.
Okay.
He lost me probably around Eminem show.
Careful. That's Diamond, bro. That's the one.
After Eminem,
He lost you on Eminem show?
Eminem show. He lost
Till I
me.
collapse, I'm spitting these raps long as I feel them to the.
He had some tough joints on there, but it wasn't like, all right, so my favorite Eminem is nerdy, non-robotic flow, not perfect cadence Eminem.
Give me an example. What, give me a song.
I'm everlasting. I melt vanilla ice like silicone.
You like Slim Shady.
I like.
you don't like
I
Eminem,
love-
you like Slim Shady.
Oh, wow.
So I noticed.
Most black people do not like Slim Shady. They like Eminem.
I like natural. I like natural. I like he was the most natural to me when he was in that state. Like his verse on "What's the difference between me and you?"
Oh, my
It's one of
God.
the hardest verses I ever heard because
is.
it's the most natural with him. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't restricting himself to, hi-hats and kicks. He was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do on that shit.
I
And
understand
love
what you
nerdy
mean.
Voice. I love nerdy voice. in him.
I understand.
When he did The Way That I Am, that was the first time I heard. I was like, oh nah, something's different.
You wasn't
I don't
liking that?
like it. I ain't
But
like it.
let me tell you this.
I liked it, but I liked it, but I didn't love it the way I love Slim Shady.
Let me tell you. I love the way I am.
Emotional in the night. You know
I
what I mean?
liked it.
Like he
I
was
liked
like
it.
in his feelings versus being like, you know what I mean? Maybe not like necessarily like the robotic one that you don't necessarily like right now, right? But he was like not even the nerdy I feel like it was like just a different bag. Like, let me
It was.
get in my feelings about, you know what I mean?
You know what he said about that? Eminem said he does not like the way I am. He said because when he hears it, he hears himself rapping behind the beat, and he said he sounds off beat to himself, and he doesn't like the song, which is crazy to me.
Wow.
Interesting. I mean, I love the beat. I love the emotion behind it. But to me, it sounded like he was stuck like Velcro to the fucking beat. You know?
Okay, so he said he's behind the beat.
I don't like perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't like perfect. I don't like and I don't like
You don't quantize your drums.
You need
unless
a little
it's trap. And he's not a trap nigga. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a little.
I need some play in there. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I need some play. Like when Graf does that shit, that nigga play around with that shit. Pause. Big pause. But he play around with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I get in my bag, when Aye Verb get in his bag, you know what I'm saying? Like
A little off is good for
I
you.
love that shit. Bro.
Okay, I respect
love
that.
shit, man. Like that's the shit that makes, you know, a classic sample sound classic and vintage
I got you.
over replaying it with synths. You know what I'm saying?
So you're mad at Eminem, and you had to
I'm
go
not
at
mad
him.
Eminem.
So what's up with
I'm
the
not mad at
diss?
him. So all right, one, I know I can monetize the diss for one. Two, I've been trolling M fans on Facebook for 10 years.
Okay.
And it's like I'm just saying my opinion and they come for me. I'm saying my personal opinion. Like this is exactly how I feel. Oh no, you can't feel that way. Really? All right, well here's some more how I feel. So I pretty much just wrote exactly the same shit I be saying on Facebook. I had to delete one because it was pretty much word for word what the fuck I wrote for that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Can we clear one thing up though?
And it was never supposed to be known that I wrote for that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I had to beat up the nigga that put out the fucking footage.
Okay. Let's talk about that. You were trying to
So-
stay anonymous.
So one thing I want to say is that me and you were talking about reactors earlier. You know what I'm saying? You got who are the big ones? Screwface Gene, No Life Shaq,
Right.
your man
Stevie Knight.
Stevie Knight, and
Cliff Beats.
not Cliff Beats, Knox Hill.
Knox Hill, yeah.
Knox Hill.
Yeah,
Those are like the big four of
Right.
reacting. You know what I'm saying? And something that I want to be known is that Ness had a relationship with Proof.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it seems lost in translation. People are like, yo, you're disrespecting Proof when you're disrespecting Eminem. And I feel like that's something that people need to not skim over.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. As an Eminem fanatic, as a stan, and if you had a relationship with Proof, yes, I would take that a certain way too, because Proof would never diss Eminem. Proof would never co-sign anybody dissing Eminem, especially if you like Eminem, you rock with Eminem, and Eminem is you're a fan, and Eminem inspired you as he inspired everybody up here. At what, like, why would that go out of the window for let me help someone diss Eminem?
So I don't believe that. Proof would never, he wouldn't diss Eminem.
No.
But I don't believe the latter of what you said. Because had Proof still been here, we would have had conversations about my opinion on Eminem. You know what I'm saying? I remember in 03 when he wanted to sign me, he saw me on this reality TV show. And, he pulled me into his hotel room, told the security to go home. He was like, yo, let me listen to your music because I love what you did in the freestyle shit. And I'm playing one of my songs and he's like, yo, like, he said, Marshall would love this shit, man. Like, the rhyme patterns is crazy. And that's when I was still a ridiculous fan of him. So I went crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? So part of our connection was through Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So, like, whenever we would talk, like, I would even ask him, like, certain things, like, like, what did y'all do in the squad, like, to sharpen your pen, man? Like, things like, what would Eminem do? What would, Swifty do? Things like that. So that was a big part of our relationship. You know what I'm saying? So being that's the case, and my opinion still would have been my opinion, over the years, we would have had these conversations. He used to hit me all the time, randomly, 2:00 in the morning. Yo, Ness, give me 8 bars. Or yo, Ness, he told me one of the things that they used to do is just write down rhyme patterns. They don't even put down the whole verse. They just write down rhyme patterns for all. He said he had like 30 pages of one multi-syllable. So it hit me up. He like, yo, what's your multi? What's your last one? So we would have these conversations. My opinion still would have been my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That was 21 years ago.
But how can you go? Like, I love Eminem. I would never diss Eminem ever because he's done too much for me as a fan. He's done too much for me as a rapper.
Right.
Even though I might not agree with everything he does, I might not like the music that he's making at certain points in times, but I would never diss him because I love him. Especially for money or for anything.
Can I let me jump in this for a second. Eminem is a battle rapper, and he's an underground rapper.
Sure.
Known in circles.
Sure.
What's the main thing that battle rappers and underground rappers want you to do when you hot? Come back outside. People been trying to drag M back outside for years. So a part of this whole thing was dragging M. See, will M come outside for this?
So I'll get to that. I'll get to that. In me saying that we would have had these conversations, we would have got to, yo, Benzino just hit me. I feel like Proof would have said, get that bag.
No way.
I feel like Proof would have said, get that
No
bag.
way.
With him knowing what my opinion is, I feel like he would have said. So this is my thing. I don't have any malice towards Eminem whatsoever.
Okay.
Whatsoever. When I would say my opinions on Facebook or whatever, people would be like, why don't you just diss him? I ain't got no reason to diss that nigga. I have no reason to diss that man.
That's what I'm saying.
He's influenced me. He's influenced a lot of other people. I don't have any reason.
Yeah.
I'm not in his, you know, I would love to, because who wouldn't want to put their skill, their pen, you know, to task against someone of his stature? Who wouldn't want to?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He has no reason to shoot back at me.
But I'm gonna say this.
Hold on. Before you get there, Benzino gave me a reason to give this man a shoot at me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I felt like if I wrote something that was good enough for people to say, oh shit, this might be the best diss track towards Eminem ever.
Okay.
And I've heard that on multiple
Yeah,
people,
so have I. Yeah.
And you know, I felt like if I can get Eminem to diss him, then
You've done
in a
your
roundabout way, I'm you know, I've made him diss me. You know what I'm saying? And I've put my pen against his.
Okay.
Even though that's not my best pen, it's still something that's like no one that he's dissed has spoke his language. That right there was fluent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That shit woke him up. Like when Jiren had his eyes closed in the Terminal Power, and then Goku powered up. This nigga opened up. Like, oh, okay. I might have to go knock
You
this nigga
smiling
head
like
off.
you know no Jiren.
I understand what you said.
I
I know what you're talking about.
I might have to go knock this nigga head off.
So let me ask you this. Knowing Eminem, and we all know how Eminem is, and he
Right.
takes things very personally, and he has a great memory.
Right.
Do you want to be that guy to Eminem? Not that we gotta bow down to Eminem. That's not what I'm saying. But to that guy, like now in any room, any future, anything, this is the Eminem will always see you. Hey, that's the guy that wrote this. Or that. Do you does that register to you? Do you feel any type of way about that, or do you like that badge as a badge of honor?
I don't look at it as a badge of honor, and I don't feel any kind of way about it because I'm a fucking battle rapper. I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hollow was my man, and he actually got mad at me because I said I would love to battle Hollow. You know what I'm saying?
And Hollow was like, "No, you my man. Why you battling me?"
Well, he I think he said something like he said something just like that. He said
Yeah.
something like that. But in my mind, I'm like, this was around the time he battled Big T. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's the one right now. I would love to battle this nigga. Pat Stay, he was one of my ones. I would love to battle that nigga.
Okay,
T-Rock.
y'all two battle.
Right.
I was there.
Right.
I know y'all are friends,
Right.
but y'all have such a good relationship where you know, hey, no matter what he says or what he said, that's my man,
Right.
and it's just battle rap, right?
Right.
But for somebody like Eminem or someone that you don't know that well, they won't see it that way.
So, I mean, it was never supposed to be known that I was the one that wrote that.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was never supposed to get out there. Now that it's out there, I welcome the smoke. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, What, they gonna shoot me because I wrote some shit?
No, they're not
He
gonna.
gonna give me his hardest bars? That's what the fuck I wanted.
Okay.
Let me liken it to this though, right? We do these podcasts every week.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, what's the main thing we talk about? Do we want to go there? Because what if this person respond at a certain point? It's like,
Yeah, but 40. Could you ever diss Nas?
No,
Why?
I have no desire.
let's ask a more appropriate question.
This is a-
would you
I'm saying-
diss Nicki Minaj?
That's different.
How's that more appropriate?
It's not.
This nigga-
Nas is more appropriate because she already said like that's probably her favorite rapper at certain
So
times.
here's the thing, and because I see where you guys are both coming from. I wouldn't diss Nas because I have no reason to. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I don't. But on the same token, for whatever reason, if I stopped being as into Nas as I am, and there was an opportunity presented to me as a professional, a monetary situation, I'm not mad at why he did what he did. It's what we do. Like you said, and Eminem's also a battle rapper. So with all due respect, I would hope that while it lit a fire under him, like, yo, he played with me, I'm about to get outside, and that's what it's supposed to do. He's not supposed to get so much in his feelings or in his bag that it's like he's just mad and he just sits with it. It's supposed to bring out a competitive nature, you know what I mean? Or it could be like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna respond, but it should never be to a point where I'm just so mad they're gonna do that, diss me. Like, it should never be that. Like, that should be asked. Either you get on wax and you fuck him up, or you just be like, yo, fuck it, it's not worth the response. You know what I mean? I don't think it should be something that he should internalize, you know what I mean? Because it is the business. Like, he did come from, this is what the fuck we do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Even if he does internalize it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine with that as long as it lit a fire under him. You know what I'm saying? Because when I say I don't have a reason to diss him, it's because, I mean, let's keep it funky. I got 4,000 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I diss this man when I don't have a modicum of it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like
got
an iota of his following.
Right.
It might have been a little bit easier because you were turned off. Like you said, you weren't really feeling him after a certain project.
Yeah,
So it might have been more easier for
absolutely.
you to do so. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's why I said,
Like-
like, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I don't have that same thing with Nas, so I don't know if I can really
Right.
answer the same way. You know what I mean? If
Right.
it was somebody that, like, damn, I'm not really feeling him no more.
Right.
It might be different. I'm gonna be like, yo, they hit me with it back. Like, fuck it. This is for the, and it's for the sports, so it's not gonna, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So you know, when I say I don't have a 1 millionth of his followers, it makes no sense.
1
But
millionth is hilarious.
it just is what it is, man.
know.
Keep it all the way funky.
That is literally.
So right, it literally is.
And the fan is gonna go and do the math. It was-
Yeah.
You know, you actually don't have a one, whatever.
Right. So, but if I did,
Okay.
if I'm on a J. Cole level, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, like someone who's in the realm, someone who, you know, and we were faced across each other, or let's just say I'm me, but I have this fan base. I have a similar fan base. I'm still gonna have that same opinion. I would want, as a former super fan of his, I would want him to know this opinion. My biggest gripe with Eminem is he says bullshit and gets away with it. He says a lot of bullshit and gets away with it.
Devil's advocate.
He would not
I'm
do
Eminem.
that shit if someone would put, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, if I'm Eminem, my question to you would be like, if you felt this way about me, why wouldn't you just say it? Why would you put the battery in Benzino's back? And you a battle rapper, and you probably are from the cloth of do you let people ghostwrite your raps?
Hell no.
Oh, so Eminem, I got you.
What they got to do? What they got
So
to do with anything?
you
'Cause
would
he's a ghostwriter.
Listen, you wouldn't let anybody ghostwrite your rap, so you don't really believe in that. But you would ghostwrite somebody else's rap that you don't like as much as me for money or for clout or to bring me out of hiding or whatever the case might be, or to let Eminem would really tear you up for that. He would be like,
He would be mad. He would.
I'm saying he would tear you up.
No, but hold on, but let's be real. We all rap, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I've ghost rolling shit for people before.
but you wouldn't ghostwrite.
Eminem is written.
Yeah, but you wouldn't ghost.
No, yeah, I would.
Yep.
Whatever you about to say, yeah, I would.
Okay. I wouldn't do that. Eminem is the real nigga, even though he ain't a nigga. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. You think Eminem would ghostwrite a diss for Tretch? Never.
I don't know.
How do we
How do
know?
you know?
What you mean? What?
How do we know what he's ghost written?
Oh yeah, hold up.
What you mean for Dr. Dre?
Thank you, Mr.
What you mean for
Producer
Dr.
H.
Dre?
Eminem ain't never wrote nothing for Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he ride with Dr. Dre.
He wrote for a lot of people. So
When my last CD was out, you was a bump of me, but now that I got a little company,
yeah.
he's not talking to people.
He's talking to people.
talking
He's
about
not dissing his idol.
He's talking about
He's not dissing a nigga that he grew up to. Like, no.
Eminem's not my idol. Eminem's not my idol. and Zeno's not my man. Like,
Yeah,
he's
even
not my man.
but
and I don't. Care.
but you like Eminem more than you like, and Eminem has given you, and you've drawn more from Eminem than Benzino, correct?
So okay. So yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. But this is where I stand with that. I don't give a fuck about any of that celebrity shit. I don't care about it. I don't care. Like, to me, celebrity worship.
It's not celebrity.
So all right. I took what I was influenced by Eminem.
Yes.
By what and I took what I needed. At the end of the day,
Now you throwing Eminem out.
no. I'm not throwing him out. I
Okay.
still listen every time he drops.
Okay.
I still listen in hopes that I'm gonna hear something that's gonna push my needle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
But it doesn't, and that's fine. And I'm able to say that
Okay.
without niggas coming from my head. Even though you want to smack me.
No.
Nigga ain't bitch press for him.
No. I'm with you.
but
You got it right to feel that way.
This speaks to a bigger topic, and I want to stress again because there's gonna be a bunch of people in the comments on this,
Right.
whether it's the shorts or the full video. They're gonna say, just be jumping out the window standing,
They
right?
Cook me. They gonna
We
cook
are
me.
we all just said Eminem is in our top 10 all time. He's one of the greatest ever.
Look, you see,
Yeah, you see these two over here?
Yeah.
Eminem is the top
Three.
two.
I got 3. So, but like this speaks to a bigger issue to me, right? Just in our culture in general, not just hip hop, whether it be sports, anything, there are these opinions that the general public has, groupthink, and if you go against them, you're vilified. Right? And Eminem is not the only topic like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you say, I don't really like Eminem like that, million people going, I was part of the million people going at somebody. You're
Right.
saying somebody I know personally said something dumb about Eminem on our post that we put up. And I was like, I'm not your friend no more. Like, that's how I actually really felt. I don't even want to talk to you no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's like, what do we do with these topics that are taboo? Where we're all smart people. We all understand lyrics. We all understand rap. Your opinion is your opinion. It is what it is at the end of the day. You could do whatever you want. And this is back to my point, right? Purists of battle rap would say, you're not supposed to write someone else's battle rap.
True.
I just told you I have. 40 mumbled it, but she told you she has. Ness has.
Yes.
What does that tell you as a fan of battle rap about battle rap?
What we're saying is, yeah, battle rap is a little funny money. If this was what's going on, which it is,
Exactly what's going on.
which it is. But what I'm saying is, cool. You can do that if that's what you want to do. I'm not knocking that, but you don't do that to a nigga that you like. Don't do that to a nigga that you draw from.
But does it matter if you like them or if they're your friend?
Yes.
So this
If
is my
it's your friend, I agree with you.
this is my
If you
thing.
just
I
like
mean,
them,
you could look at it like that. You could also look at it like he drew from him, right? He inspired him. He helped, inspire him to turn around and make money for his craft for what he's ultimately here to do.
so Iverson was
You know what I mean?
crossing
You know what I'm
Jordan.
saying? So it's like, okay, you inspired me to be a great battle rapper. So great of a
So
battle
much
rapper
battle rap,
that,
I'm gonna use it
that
against
someone
you.
reached out to me. Not even on a personal level. We'll take the personal side of it out. Like, I've inspired, like, so dope. Like, because even if it wasn't, let's say Benzino who reached out to him, what if it was somebody else? Like, and Eminem inspired him so much so, right? I'm just whatever type
He
shit.
definitely was a big
Right.
inspiration
To
back
the
in the
point
day.
where his pen is that lit, right?
Yeah.
To the point where someone has employed him to create a battle rap. I mean, a battle song for one of the best MCs here. So let's not. I think his inspiration did what it was supposed to do. Like, is he not supposed to like work with what he got?
I'm
Like,
gonna
because
be real,
technically
right?
this is what it is. If we take the personal feelings out of it, it's work. What he did was a contracted job. It was business. It's not personal. It shouldn't be personal.
Okay. So Eminem, here's
And I
what
love
it-
Eminem.
Eminem,
Like, I'm
yeah.
just looking at I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't.
Look at him. He about to do the stand.
let's talk to
About
Eminem.
to do stand part. two.
Eminem, no.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Look.
Hi, Slim.
The tears
But you still ain't calling.
But I understand it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raindrops on my
Yeah, let's go
window.
on. Oh,
This is
Slim.
not no boss.
Oh, you listen, no Slim. Basically,
Yo,
you should.
Slim?
Yeah, we like that. Yo, Slim.
It's MJ, and I know you.
You should
hear me.
basically take this as a badge of honor because And you probably have this on your new album. You might have a sneak diss towards you where my little mini me's is now battling me. He might have something like that. But obviously what you're saying is like, take it as a badge of honor. You've created and inspired so many rappers to sharpen their pen to the point where it's now has turned around and it can be used against you. And, you know, it's like a Marvel comic or something. It's amazing.
Kobe dropped 55
On
Jordan.
Mike. Oh, he dropped a 42 at the half on Mike.
That shit was
It was
filthy.
ugly. And when Iverson crossed Mike, and even to this day, Mike says, "Yo, you don't like me that much. You crossing me over."
Right.
But they're
Right,
cool.
right,
but
right.
I get it. So I guess maybe take it as a badge of honor. But if
Does he need any more badges of honor?
Especially, hear me out, and that's another reason I'm saying it too. If Ness would have did it like outside of like just to do it, then I would have been like, damn, bro, that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna hold you. I was sitting here analyzing the whole thing, right? And I really would have probably given you the side eye if you went from liking Eminem to all of a sudden like, I don't like him no more for a project. I'm about to write a diss song about him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have been like, that's kind of ass, bro. But if you're sitting there and you're telling us like, hey, there's not really no feelings involved. I was employed to do a job and I did it. I can't really get mad at that. It's
And it
business.
wasn't supposed to get out.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to get out that you
that's the
did it.
point.
It wasn't like for clout or anything. It's business. I can't be mad at that.
So now he got a whole army going at him. He gotta
Business is
defend
business.
himself.
You can't. Yeah, I can't really. You know what I'm saying? I can't really.
new album.
I love you, Eminem.
This Ness.
But yo.
Immediately.
So
Hold up, you brought up the reactors, man. Shout out Knoxville.
shout out Knoxville.
Shout out Screwface, dude.
Shout out Screwface. That's my favorite reactor. That's my dog. Shout out you, Screwface.
Shout out No Life Shack.
No life shot. He the king of the reactors. Shout him.
Cliff Beats.
I mean, he's a guy.
He's a dickhead. Stephen Knight.
Now, I didn't have a problem with Stevie Knight, but what's up with Stevie Knight?
He's a fucking dickhead. Now we can move along.
I bet. So, y'all know what time it is?
Yep. What time is it?
Battle rap time.
Prediction time. Let's get it.
Now here on the Don't Quote Me podcast, we sat down. We've seen your comments. Why don't y'all talking about battle rap no more? Why y'all talking about Caitlin Clark? Why y'all doing this? I subscribe to rapgrid for battle rap. So here you go. This better have 1 million views or we're never talking about battle
Come
rap
on.
again. Night of main events, NOME 14. For those of y'all that don't know, URL, the Ultimate Rap League, has an event called Night of Main Events. The acronym is NOME. What that means is that there's no undercards. Every single battle would be a main event on a regular card, but since this is the night of main events, it's all main events leading up to one mega super main event, which we all know is Loaded Lux versus Rum Nitty. So what we're going to do today, as the esteemed battle rap aficionados that we are, is give y'all our predictions on NOME 14. So I'm just going to randomly throw battles out there, and I want to know what we think as a group about these, right?
Okay.
Jazz the Rapper versus Coffee.
Ooh.
Friend of the show, Coffee Brown. Salute to you.
Wow. Ooh.
One of the harder battles probably to call on the card, I think.
Yeah, on these type of events, when the females battle, they always steal the show.
Yeah.
It's always in the top 3 battles.
Well, one, because they got to be twice as dope as the niggas, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gonna put us on the spot, make everybody pick?
So let me do it like this. Jazz is a favorite right now.
Okay.
A lot of people see her as the top of the gauntlet, especially people that watch the URL crowd. What are Coffee's keys to success? What does Coffee need to execute to win in this battle?
She got to play their strengths.
Coffee has like a strength that she brings to the table. Coffee has like very unorthodox approach to battles. Like how she raps is very unorthodox. People like that a lot. She's very aggressive. You know what I mean? I like those things about Coffee. I will say Jazz, on the other hand, is very good at like just breaking people the fuck down. Jazz is really good at that. Big space, small space, like she's really good at that. I haven't necessarily seen Coffee do what Jazz does in that level, you know what I mean? But then again, Jazz is also not as aggressive as Coffee. So I guess it's going to be a matter of like what people are going to want to see that night and who's going to deliver what they do the best. You know what I mean?
I know this is a private event.
You know what I mean? I really don't know. Like, not even trying to be funny. Jazz will angle the shit out of you. She's going to break you down like this. Coffee's going to probably bully you and be in your shit. You know what I mean? Right. So it's going to be like, who's going to do what they do better? What are you going to prefer to see that night? I mean,
well, but this is a private event, and they keep saying it. Is this going to be filmed like a volume, or it's gonna be on stage like a NOME is?
I'm not even factoring those things, and I'm literally sitting there if I'm looking at watching the battle from home. You know what I mean? Because I know that is what's gonna
Right.
happen. So like, fuck the big stage thing, fuck that too. Just if I'm sitting here trying to picture who's gonna, you know what I mean? I hate not having a clear and concise thing. I'm going with Jazz just because Jazz's style is more kind of geared towards what I prefer to see in a battle. That's just me, right? But I don't see it being too far from a preference battle. It could very much be debatable, a classic. I don't see it being a wash on either side. I'm not
Right.
gonna hold you. No. Yeah.
When it comes to battles of this magnitude, what I realize more times than not is it's not a argument about lyrics unless it's in a small room and it's film tight quarters to where your perception of the battle from home is I have to be lyric focused. If that's the case, to me that changes stuff, right?
Right.
But in something like this, it's who has the best awareness, who has the best presence. And I will say, even though Coffee does have good presence, she has a great delivery, and she doesn't rap with everyone else's style. She captures the crowd. But when Jazz was training in the dungeon with Sue Surf, you know what I'm saying? And she started understanding like how to, if I walk into this room, I need to look at people in the crowd. I'm going to deliver it to the crowd. I'm going to deliver this to my opponent. When she started learning how to work a stage, as they say, I feel like it was a superpower, because then she could say, okay, I'm going to pick here to be lyrical, and I'm going to pick here to speak to the crowd.
Battle rap
I'm gonna pick
IQ.
here
The IQ, yeah.
I'm gonna pick here to look to the camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
battle rap IQ. I think until I see someone have a higher IQ than her in a intense, high pressure situation, then I'm gonna lean towards Jazz. But I think we could step into this battle and be like, damn, like Coffee floored her. We didn't see that coming. I think that's a possible outcome.
So who you got?
Jazz in a very close battle, and I won't even say 2-1. I'll say Jazz in
Preference?
when they put the polls up, 60-40.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Me, I agree with everything both of y'all are saying. Being that Coffee sat right here and she came here and I saw the look in her eye and I saw how personal she takes things, and you know this. And this is the battle that
Right.
she wants, needs, the whole nine. I don't see her giving anything but A1 performance and really focusing and taking this so serious to the point where I got Coffee beating Jazz like in a preference way. I don't see Jazz laying. The Jazz is nothing to say about what she is because she's that. But sometimes in battle rap, the more hungrier battler wins, and I got to go with Coffee for that reason, just because I saw her take things personally that have nothing to do with battle rap, you know? So where that type of person and you throw them a bone, the bone they've been waiting for, I gotta give it to them.
Sometimes you come in
Let me
too
say-
high and get neutralized, though.
It can happen.
Sometimes you
It
come
can
in
happen.
too high and get
Let me
neutralized.
say
But
this too.
I agree, though.
I want your opinion on this, and this goes for all battles, right? When I sit down and talk to battlers, if they ask me about strategy or whatever, I'll say, because of the way the world is today, and it's not just people who love battle rap watching battle rap, your clip could go viral. There could be eyes on you
Absolutely.
that don't know any of the background information. You got to start working your material in a way that's not just for the battle rap culture. So with that being said, I think Coffee has an edge. If you sit down and watch the battle, you don't know no background history, you don't know who's favored, you might lean more towards Coffee style because she just
That's where I
seemed more
disagree.
raw.
See, that's where I disagree. I feel like Jazz has a more palatable style for someone who does not have any battle knowledge. You understand what I'm
think so?
saying? Yeah. For
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like, yeah. Not even trying to be funny. Don't get me wrong, if you're coming into a situation like, yo, I want to watch a battle rap and I want to see somebody get crazy, oh, you're gonna take Coffee. You're gonna do that. But if you're coming in and you're just like, okay, let me see what this is about, and you're just trying to understand what's going on, I feel like Jazz's style is a little bit more able to digest than Coffee.
Jazz is gonna give every battle rap fan something every round. Like every battle rap fan in every round, not in different rounds. In one round, you're gonna get a nigga that wants punches.
Except the gangster shit. Except
You
the
might get
gangster
it,
shit.
but
That's a huge,
that-
that's a huge element in
that's
battle
what I-
rap.
that's
That's a
what I
huge
agree.
element. That's where Coffee goes past her because that's a huge element in battle rap. People want to feel that conviction. They want to feel like,
Right.
oh, you're gonna fuck somebody up,
Right.
and Jazz does not give that
But
whatsoever.
you know, hip hop
So
music
that
in
could
general,
change
the
it.
crowd for hip hop music in general shows you that people lean towards the hardcore gangster
Yeah.
shit.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. So I can see where you're coming from. If someone's coming with what they just want to see that, then Coffee by a long
aggression
shot. Ooh.
and
But
yeah. Like I think you go if you're not into battle rap, you want to be entertained and you kind of want to be like you want to like live through the battle rapper. You know how like white people go to work and they listen to gangster rap, and then they go to
DMX in the car?
Yeah, absolutely. And then they get there and they go, "Hi, how are you?" That's what they want. And I think that Coffee has that ability. If you don't know anything about battle rap and you just turn it on, like, yeah, I do want to get it in somebody's face and slap him, and that's Coffee. So I think you, like you're saying, a general fan would lean definitely towards that.
You know what this battle is?
it depends. I don't know if it's a
That was
general.
Creed 3.
Creed 3. I've never seen Creed 3. What?
Me either.
Explain.
Look, me either.
Yeah. I give me Rocky. I don't know about no Creed.
Creed 2 either.
I ain't saying Creed 1. Come on, 40.
We on the same boat.
Right.
I ain't seen
Yeah,
none of
that-
them motherfuckers. So
course,
yeah.
Adonis
I mean, so none of the.
I saw Michael Jordan. Michael
seen
Jordan. I
none
was
of
like,
Of
next.
course, Adonis was
You're my
spoiler
kind of
alert,
guy
spoiler
for the
alert.
same way.
Yeah.
Of course, Adonis was the dude who came up boxing. He
Okay.
went through all the proper channels.
Tell us.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's been properly trained, and at this point in his time, he's the multiple heavyweight champion of the world type thing.
This Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B.
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's institutionalized in boxing at that point. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He's the baby face of boxing. His opposite for this movie was his homeboy that went to prison when he was supposed to be on the come up. And he's just now getting out of prison. He's been training for however many years. So he's the wild nigga that's been around, you know, he's been through it. You know what I'm saying? Been in jail, going through the ringer. And now he's getting out. Now he's challenging the dude who's been streamlined through this thing. You know what I'm saying? So we got the brawler, the pit bull, versus the tactician. That's what this battle is.
And that's why they want to say, and I see, I fuck with it. I mean, I mess with that. I'm trying not to swear so much.
You good?
You good.
But okay. But I feel like that's why I don't think it's safe to say like the general battle rap fan is going to lean towards. I think it depends. It's battle rap is all about preference. You know what I mean? Because I mean, the general fans, I feel like of, let's say maybe grind time, they might lead more towards like a jazz situation. You have the general fans of URL, they might lead towards a Coffee type of style. So I don't think there's like a general battle rap fan.
Once
You know what I mean?
once you got
I
this
feel like
reference-
it depends on when you come into a situation, what you like, what you're looking for in the battle.
It's like once you reach a certain level of talent, it has to be preference. Like Coffee is one of the best at what she does. Jazz is one of the best at what she. There's really no room
What you
between what they do in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying?
Unless somebody just comes in there and they're not on their A game, it's gonna be like, what do I
right,
prefer to see tonight?
right.
What's gonna be?
So who you got? You ain't off the hook. Who you got?
Oh, I don't know, man.
You gotta pick one.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if Coffee won, but I got Jazz.
Okay.
So let's
What's
go Swamp versus Miss Hustle. So
Hustle
Ella-
for one,
you said Hustle 2-1.
clear.
Mm.
Shout out to you, Swam. I mess with you, but yeah.
You
I
know
think-
what Miss Hustle has? It's like anybody who battles Miss Hustle is gonna say you got ghostwriters, right? But when you do that and it doesn't work, it's gonna make the next person hesitant to use the same angle. Miss Hustle has this: I'm taller than you, I'm more imposing than you. If I rap aggressively to you and you're a man, and I bump you, and you just not gonna do nothing back because you're a man and you understand the situation, it's gonna look bad, yo.
What do you do if you're a man in that situation?
I mean, Swamp is about 6'1", so I don't think she's taller, but
Hustle might be taller than that.
it's more taller than 6'1". I don't
She's
think.
not, but they damn near eye to eye.
Yeah, they up there, but I don't. Swamp has he has a weird like disposition with women, and some take it and they like it, and some, you know, even the word, the coont noot and all this stuff. Yeah, he's, you know, it's Southern, real Southern, right? Now I love Swamp. He's one of my favorites. I think he should have an angle towards her. It shouldn't be the ghostwriting. That battle rappers, general battle rap fans don't really care about that.
He's gonna go ghostwriter.
You think he's gonna go with ghostwriter?
How can you not? Because everybody see.
How can you?
Listen, I'm gonna explain something to y'all at home, right? So you have the super elite writers who are gonna go all the way. They're gonna circumnavigate the obvious topics to try to prove I didn't have to take this route to get.
And
to
sometimes I don't like those.
And I've done that, and nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a damn. I'm like, I didn't mention this verse, Farrah. I didn't mention K. Shine. I didn't say. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I hate when everybody.
Nobody cares.
I didn't even bring up JC's dancing, and you lost.
Nobody cares.
You want the low hanging fruit, and you know,
do.
and you know what?
Because those seeds are already sown.
Exactly.
So if you're able to create an angle or say something fire that just sparks it back up in their mind, that's all it is. As much as people act like they're tired of the overused bars and stuff like that, those are seeds that already been sown. So it's just like, hey, guess what? Hey, I could just reap them. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I could turn around and hit you with a bar that, I didn't hear it said like that before. That is funny because that is true.
Right,
People hear it, they hear it so many times and they automatically be like, okay, this must be true.
Right.
So if you do it clever enough, it's just like, oh, they killed you because you know that is true. We do be doing something. Like, come on.
Yeah, and my biggest example of that is when talking to battle rappers, I don't want to take that angle. Okay, you remember Joe Budden versus Hollow? Hollow didn't say none of the stuff nobody wanted him to say. And people cried and why didn't you just talk about his girlfriends? Why didn't you talk about Shady? Why didn't you do this? He was like, I was trying to be creative. I thought y'all wanted creativity.
Let's keep it funky. Nobody in battle rap wants creativity unless you're Lux. That's it. You can't be creative unless you're Lux. He's the only person that can.
People, it depends on the audience.
Who?
Rone, for instance.
Okay.
Pat Stay.
I give you another K. Shine.
Not really. They still want K. Shine.
Yeah, they want K. Shine.
You know what it is?
If he comes with
It's
something
originality, not even creativity. It's the originality.
I dig that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Originality, yeah.
They want the creativity. It's originality. They don't care if it's there or not. So I think it's that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll say a certain kind of creativity.
Yeah.
Lyrical dexterity and creativity.
Yep.
Lux is the only one that can get away with.
Yep.
He's the only one they're gonna.
They like to.
To the point.
They like to.
Yeah, they'll be patient. Even if
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
understand,
yeah,
like
yeah,
I've seen them be patient with
with
Daylight and Lux. They don't even understand it. They be like,
JC, but JC is less of a
Because they want
yeah,
to.
they want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, so let's get back to Swamp for a second. So I noticed this about Swamp. Sometimes in these huge battles, he has slip-ups.
Sometimes.
I don't know if it's a crowd pressure thing. I don't know if he's putting pressure on himself to deliver it perfectly, but he can't do that against this opponent
No.
at this time.
No.
While everybody's going to be tuning in watching a huge event.
I agree.
'Cause I believe it's one of them times in modern day battle rap that don't occur that often where your stock can actually be affected. You know what I'm saying? So I think advantage hustle.
I got hustle.
I love Swamp, but for those reasons, I got Hustle.
I thought you would have said Swamp.
No, I got for what we saying.
Me on Swamp.
Yeah, I love Swamp. Like he's that guy. But for what we saying,
I like
Hustle,
Swamp a lot too, but
Yeah.
Hustle
I
too.
feel like Swamp
Hustle
still is
too.
tired. Because
Swamp?
his moments,
he could be.
Them shits is-
He could be. Swamp could be.
but it's like lightning in a bottle though. It's like you don't know when
It's a little QP going on.
yeah.
Like they could be
Which one?
clean.
Okay.
They could be the face of it.
Right.
But for whatever reason, it just they got something else going on.
Listen, Swamp. Keys to success, bro.
Come on, Swamp. Let's talk to you.
If you take that obvious angle that you might not want to rap about, but you know everybody want to hear it from you, and you can deliver it a way no one has delivered it before, and you can point out some key things or bring some new information to the table, you're going to have a big advantage. If she shoves you and pushes you, you got to have a rebuttal. You got to have something to do back, or it's going to get dark for you really fast. You can smoke
Nah,
her
you
the
gotta
first
shove it
round.
back, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hustle be hustle. You gotta shove it
I'm
back.
trying to think of what do you
You gotta
do?
push it back.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta push it back.
Tell you what he gonna do.
You gotta just stop playing.
That's easy for you to say.
I'm gonna tell you.
He was doing that. She rocked me all over the stage. All over the stage. I wore 2-inch double sole Doc Martens to battle her and everything. Like, okay, let me try to get as tall as I can. I put on like 15 pounds to battle hustle. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Wow.
And literally was up there like she was rapping. I'm like, here she comes again. I open my feet and she moved me still too. And I'm
right.
like, dudes, I mean, obviously you're not gonna be able to get as crazy too, but like they also have a rapport. Like I feel like there's a certain amount of body language that you can move around to let people know like you're asserting dominance too, and nobody's gonna take it like, oh my God, he's trying to hit her, nothing like that. This is battle rap, and we, you know what I'm saying? So
What if the nigga just shotgun shook dunked on her? You know what I'm saying?
that would be insane and hilarious, and that might help.
I'm gonna tell you what he should do and probably is gonna do.
We gonna need it.
He's probably gonna have some type of Diddy Cassie rebuttal by the elevator hitting her. He should.
He lucky DNA on this card.
Oh, DNA would that would have been the first thing he came. But Swamp doing that, especially if he can put it in a rebuttal form, have it like locked and loaded, ready to go. If she pushes him, he should definitely do it.
Or hit that. I have crazy texts on this bitch like Kanye.
She gonna definitely push him. No, she gonna push him.
Yeah.
She gonna push him.
Swamp. They have a push rebuttal. Yo. So let's get to next battle. Let's go with Fonz and Geechee.
Ooh.
This is a classic example of you can have
smack. Great card smack.
Look, you can have all the bars in the world. Certain opponents, you got to kind of get in a different bag for.
Yeah, Geechee a little different, man. You can punch anybody else when they got their head punched off. This nigga gonna call you a bitch and you lose 3-0.
It's hard to battle. Certain people have like a certain amount of like that charisma, certain things like they have it. It's just like they're able to make
It's the it
it's the it factor. It's the it factor. You have charisma, he has it. And Geese will get up there and just sit there and be like, right. You a bitch, cause Fonz might get up there and rap his heart out and Geechee might crack 2 or 3 jokes and just be like,
so this is it's another
I don't
thing
know.
a lot of people don't really talk about much is when you want to like somebody, you add points.
Yes.
You don't really know somebody and you indifferent.
it don't
Even
matter.
the whole-
It don't matter.
You might even take away
jump.
points. Might even take away points. I'm not saying people don't want to like Fonz, but they meet, as far as like personality, they may be a little indifferent.
Yeah.
With Geechee, everybody, we want to love this nigga. We want to love this nigga. So even if he has a stumble, we going up, nope.
And Fonz is such a cool, funny dude too. Like if you chop, like Fonz is really like he's a cool dude, but I think like he probably hasn't had his personality doesn't show as much as Geechee's does. You know what I mean? In the battle, and those be the things too. Like a Charlie Clips or certain people, like it's just you see. You know what I'm saying? Them outside of their bars. So I think it's that because Fonz definitely has the skill set to win or whatever the case may be. I think it's gonna.
I think Fonz is gonna have the better bars.
Ah.
That nigga might even rap better.
Yo, most people most people when you watch these little battle rap predictions and even your recaps, you're gonna hear people say 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Because it's a safe thing to do. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and we all know, everybody knows this. This could be the body bag of the night. This could be the 3-0 crowd chanting Fonz. I'm gonna speak directly to you for a second, right? Yo, bro, there comes a time in everybody's career, whether you're an athlete, battle rapper, whatever, where you get put to the test and you got to step up and show something else, or you're gonna forever be stuck where people see you while you're trying to climb.
That happens in battle.
Fonz could do that though. Fonz could do that.
This is his time.
Definitely.
This is his time to add the personality you was talking about.
Yeah.
To add aggression, to don't be scared to bump Geechee, to talk back to whatever he talking about Crip, whatever you want to do.
I don't think you can show that. I just think it's natural. I don't think you can show like, you know what I mean? Because he's not like, he gets up there and you talk like he's not like a, you know what I mean? I don't think that's just, I don't know, maybe I'm bugging, but I don't think what we see like in certain people, like that personality thing, I don't think that's something that you can just learn to do. It's just who you are. It's just what radiates. It's just what radiates off you. It's just one of those things. It's the it factor, it's charisma, whether it's talent, whatever.
Or you don't.
It's just something that people see in you. You know what I mean? Like when you're rapping on your, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. It's your person. I don't know. I don't want to keep saying personality, but that's what it is.
So when you say Fonz has it, he does, but it's like, it's a thing that shows itself every now and then.
Or when you talk to him.
I feel like Fonz has I feel like Fonz has way more of a personality than we're able to see that translates on camera. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that Geechee's shows a lot much more than his, and I feel like those things will make a difference. He can get in there and have, like you said, better bars and stuff like that, but people will be like, yo, this dude's just mad funny, look how he was looking at him. Little things like that, your mannerisms, your affects, things like that, those all contribute to how you want to battle. People don't want to act like they don't, but they do.
So okay, this is what I would do if I was Fonz. Uphill battle, his personality might translate better. I'm cheating. Oh, Geechee, you did the thing to Remy. I'm bringing Remy on stage, letting it get some bars off to you, and that's the way you talk to the crib. Over. Everybody go crazy.
If you're able to do that.
If you're
able to do that.
I'm blowing up her phone. I'm like, listen,
Look at the climate of battle rap that we're in. Are you really able to? Is that really gonna happen?
viral moments.
Viral moments.
Viral
I can
moments.
see that.
Viral
Sports.
Or he could go to he's completely capable of this. The Rum Nitty rap. That nigga punched his way through everything. That nigga legitimately punched his way through all the criticism, all through everything.
He punched his way.
Rum's another person who extraordinary talent, but he doesn't have a lot of personality that shows or anything
right.
whatsoever.
Right.
But like you said, he's punching his way through.
That's what he did.
That's
He saw him
hilarious.
through that first half.
Yeah.
That's legit what he did.
So, T-Top versus Danny Myers. Now,
Ooh.
for those of y'all at home,
This T-top that I just saw, my nigga, that was that PG T-top, dog. That was that City Towers T-top, that can this nigga be beat T-top. That was the T-top I just.
see, Danny Myers has this thing where, like, because he's so passionate, sometimes people would laugh at him, right? But in like a I'm having
'Cause I
fun,
do.
I'm having fun with him way, right?
I feel you.
And then you would realize that when, on big stages, like he battled T-Rex, it was nothing funny about that. When he battled Tay-Rock, it was nothing funny about that.
The thing about
Right?
this nigga, like when he battled K-Shine, nobody was giving this nigga no reaction, and that nigga fought his way through that whole shit. Not one stumble, got every bar out clean. That nigga Danny, man, I don't know, dog.
Let me ask y'all this: what do we do when you have somebody like Danny, who he could stumble, he could have an off night, versus T-Top, who I think has shown more consistency over his career? It's easy to get in here and was like, well, T-Top is more
Try
consistent,
not to
so he
troll
probably
the
gonna win,
podcast,
whatever.
man.
This might get it. This
Try
might
not
get
to
it.
troll. It's just gonna be a matter if you want to hear Yowzers versus stories that T-Top made up. Like, what are we doing here?
Yikes.
Like,
Yowzers?
Yikes.
Yowzers is crazy. Yowzers.
Yowzers is the cousin to Yikes.
Yowzers.
It's whatever. Yikes.
That's an instant
Nah.
gadget.
He's gonna be up there. He's gonna have a bunch of energy. You know, we're gonna bring like high energy material. And T-Top's gonna be up there. He's gonna be talking that shit. And T-Top might make some shit up. And it doesn't matter because he's gonna he's gonna sell it like the fucking newspaper.
Let me
people.
tell you when I went to the parallel universe.
And I see you outside.
I seen him outside.
And it's sweet.
Parallel parked in the parallel universe. Every
You know what
time.
I'm saying? So and I'll be sitting there like, damn, well, T-Top, that sound kind of fire.
Yeah.
I've seen Danny punch his way through that type shit too, though.
Like you said, he can get serious sometimes. And
You have
like,
Danny? I got T-Top
I don't-
clear 2-1.
I can't.
I'm not going
honestly can't.
clear.
I'm not gonna hold you.
2-1 clear.
I can't.
Shout out to Danny. What? 2-1 clear.
Danny was fired against my versus last. I think it was the last battle.
He lost. He lost.
You had him losing the
He
verse.
lost.
No, he did. He did lose it because when I say he did lose.
He lost.
As a matter of fact, you know,
He was like,
he did.
Respectfully.
He did. He had something fire that the I think it was the city hotline he had in that verse that was funny. But yeah, he did lose.
Danny's fire. I like
He-
I like
yeah,
messing
he-
with Danny.
yeah.
Danny's fire, but he lost.
He did lose that.
And I'm just gonna
T-Top, like you said, if T-Top comes, T-Top like this recent T-Top, yeah. This if okay, best case scenario from both of them, top tier T-Top, top tier Danny, T-Top.
so
Top tier, yeah.
Easy, that easy.
Yeah. If they're both top tier. Now if T-Top get to playing around and Danny smell blood,
Oh yeah.
Danny gonna kill him.
yeah.
But
Agreed.
yeah,
What's T-Top gonna do with a rebuttal? With a room-shaking rebuttal?
see, T-Top can
rebuttal too.
he can rebuttal, but like you said,
As well as Danny.
if
And
he-
that rebuttal better rock the room. Like it better rock the room.
But with
Like,
all that energy, Danny gonna carry. Yo,
all
listen,
the energy in a mediocre rebuttal is insane. So it better rock.
It better.
rock.
Right.
better.
You rapping like this, and it doesn't smack.
Ooh.
Uh,
I want to see you rap like that. After seeing that
I'm
just
gonna
now,
try it.
Wanna do it next
I'm gonna
battle?
try.
Yeah.
Who with
I'm gonna
that?
try.
Yo, here's another thing too, right? Now URL, you got to be careful with this. This is another behind the scenes that we all know. Where you go on the card matters. If Danny and T-Top go first and they set it off, one, it might end up battle of the night.
Yeah.
Two, that might work in Danny's favor because the crowd goes crazy on the
First battle. Oh yeah,
First
they're
battle.
dying to react.
Now, if this ends up being like the fourth or fifth battle, they might mess it up. Now, URL, you need to put Jazz and Coffee right before Lux and Rum Nitty. You need to open with Danny and T-Top,
T-Top.
and then let Geechee and Fonz go second. I think
Wait.
you'll get your
Say it
best
again. What's the
result.
order?
How many battles on the card?
Let me see. 1, 2. Oh, it's only 5.
Okay, so what order you want it to go?
So the order I would go with is first T-Top versus Danny to capture the energy.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go with Fonz versus Geechee to keep the energy going. Then I'm gonna go Swamp versus Hustle. Then I'm gonna go Jazz versus Coffee. Then I'm gonna go Lux versus Rum Nitty.
I think
But they're gonna. I bet you they're gonna make Swamp and Miss Hustle go first. I'm willing to bet.
I don't think Swamp Hustle should go first, but I feel like it's gonna sound crazy. I would probably do Fonz and Geechee first. Fonz and Geechee would be first, and then I do T-Top and Danny second. Hustle and Hustle and Swamp, like that, and we got
That third battle is the key.
I feel like, yeah.
The third battle can make or break a classic event.
I feel like they're gonna have enough. I feel like they're gonna bring it. I feel like they both of them have the type of styles where they can definitely carry the event to keep going. Like as far as the turning point in the event, not carry it, but the turning point in the event. No.
Well, we're also in an era where everybody has had their fuck ups, and we realizing now that we got to be 100% every time.
I know.
With that in mind, what order y'all got to do? Because I feel like everybody's gonna bring their
I
game.
stick with my same order.
I feel like
I wouldn't put Swamp and Hustle in that third spot, yo. Because if that battle does not go right, it's gonna fizzle the energy and it's gonna be on.
and then we'll go into Loaded Lux and Rum Nitty with fizzled energy. I want.
That's why I said you got to put Coffee and Jazz because
they're gonna
go
do what they supposed to
crazy.
do. Yeah, I can see that.
people are gonna be buzzing talking about that battle.
And you wouldn't make
25
them.
minutes.
And you wouldn't make them number 3 to make sure that they keeping the event steady.
I would go third.
Why wouldn't they be 3? So in the event, like let's say if the event's going good, right?
Yeah.
Then they keep it going. They keep the momentum. In the event that the event's not good, then they
pick
turn
it back
around.
up.
What's the riskiest battle on this card?
That's a good question.
Swamp
and Hustle.
Yeah.
You for real?
Yeah.
Wait, you guys are talking as far as like the energy that they bring or something?
No,
like that?
I think
Mainly because of Swamp, honestly, to me.
Swamp is a wild card.
And I keep, and I
Yeah.
think maybe because I keep knowing like what Hustle's gonna bring, so I just
Right.
I think I'm attributing that to the whole battle. So I'm
Yeah.
like I don't.
But
That's not gonna
if
be the
if
whole-
Swamp,
No, I got you.
Swamp could dead that out, or he could match it and
What if like it's not going like that? What if that's
Oh yeah, they know he.
But if that's what-
yeah, if he do that, then we got a classic. Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna stick with my order, man. Cause
Okay.
but I think Coffee and Jazz and obviously Lux and Rome.
If Coffee and Jazz is that electrifying like you're saying, then they need to be the third battle to make sure that the event stays.
But do you want a wild card battle right before Lux and Rome?
If that's the case, then we swap it out. Then who can I swap it out with? Would I do Danny and T-Top before them?
In the rap, we'll swap it out. No,
You can, but
Jesus.
No.
man,
the first here's my thing. The first battle always gets a pass. It could be lackluster and people could just be excited that they're at NOME.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Now y'all got me stuck. I'm gonna stick with my original.
Listen, I'm not mad at your list, but when you guys are, if you guys are saying, I'm going off for you, what you guys saying? If Coffee and Jazz is probably gonna be like probably the most
Yeah.
battle,
That's
right?
a solidified.
I don't think they should go right before the end. It's like we've had 3 battles before. Then like fuck the whole rest.
You can't
of the
make
event.
them go
We're gonna
first.
do it right before.
They don't work too hard to get
Absolutely
there.
not. Absolutely not. So that's
Yeah.
why I feel like the middle would be sufficient.
I'm with her.
We need them
I'm
to
with the middle.
we need them to carry the event, right?
Just in case it ain't going right.
Yeah.
The ladies got it.
They almost, like you guys said, they almost always have battle of the night. You know what they're gonna bring. It's off the blade. So we got two. Let's say either two good ones or not, or either 1 and 1. You still got a solid. You know, you're guaranteed a solid third.
Yeah.
And you're guaranteed a solid 5.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think 1, 3, and 5. Those are the ones that you need to make sure are no matter what.
Remember, one
you
get
know
that
5's
fast.
gonna be good. All right, so at least 3 and 5. You know, 3 and 5 is gonna be good. Like you said, 1. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. They got to be 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Now, drum roll.
Let's get
Okay.
into it.
The battle everybody wants to see.
Get
The
into
battle we've
it.
been. This is one of them ones. Look, now listen, right? You sitting home. Maybe you're in tune with the battle culture. Maybe you're not. You know what I'm saying? You know this. You hearing a buzz about something big going on. People are talking about punchline, lyrics, wordplay. You hearing gray hoodies get thrown around. You know what I'm saying? You heard something about MOP, somebody's ante up. You want to know what all the buzz is about? Look, man, they need to put me on a commercial. This is the joint you need. This is the joint that the whole culture is excited about. This is going to bypass the gate of just battle rap and bleed into hip hop culture, urban culture as a whole, right? You have Loaded Lux, who gained fame on Smack DVD and it's carried over to modern day, almost 20 years,
Yeah.
right? And you have Rum Nitty, who a lot of people look at as the modern day Goliath in battle rap. And what makes that interesting is he's not a character. He gives you straight bars every single time. This is the quintessential battle that's all about bars. We're going to be listening intently to. And with that being said, who's
Rum
going to
Nitty
win this
3-0.
joint?
Loaded Lux 3-0.
Nitty 3 ski.
And I didn't even want to say no crazy stupid shit like that, but you just got me amped. Why did you
Why,
say
quick.
that?
Her rebuttal game is me. Her rebuttal game was instant.
Because I was gonna say the King 2-1, but since you had to say that, I felt like I had to say something crazy too.
I don't think Lux is nearly as effective as Lux has shown us he can be. I don't think he's been there for over a decade.
I think
Who was that rookie that Rum Nitty just lost to? What's his name again?
I don't know. Who was it?
I get them mixed up. Was it Foots or Fliss? It's like so many of them going on right now.
Foot.
Okay.
Look, we had a whole
Foot. We
never
did.
seen-
We talked about foot.
Yeah.
I've never seen.
Saying I don't know. I don't know if Lux would have lost to him. I don't know if Lux would have lost to him.
that don't.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't lose to the foots even if I had to battle in defeat. He would do something sick.
Let's go and say a defeat bar. That's
Oh, he's of course he is.
I feel it like
Yeah.
this.
No, he better.
If we don't get Rooster Lux with the you're fucking up your mother's fucking time.
Oh
Nigga, if we don't
my
get
God.
that voice Lux, nigga.
Listen,
And
we don't get
if
Funkmaster
we do,
Flex verse,
that's what we're gonna. And then if we
need
do, so if we do get that Lux, is it still 3-0?
this is gonna be battle of the fucking century if we
Yo, I think so too.
Okay, so get it.
Yeah.
So, but is it still gonna be 3-0 Rum Nitty side?
No,
just
no.
debatable,
But
like a classic.
Lux has not shown us that in a battle.
Maybe he hasn't been inspired enough to do so.
No, he has. He has
why
shown
was
us
he
that in the battle.
Why was
what's
he
the
that?
battle?
He has shown us that in the
Why
battle.
was he that inspired on Funkmaster Flex then?
I don't know. Different strokes.
So
for
you got a nigga in front of you trying to tear you down versus,
There's been people in
this-
front of me
this
trying to tear me
only
down. They haven't
New York.
inspired me that much.
huh?
It's the same thing. It'll be like that sometimes.
I mean, I dig it. I'll be the same way.
you know what I
sometimes
mean?
too.
Sometimes
But,
it's just certain things might just
but you've
get you a little
shown
more
us,
excited than other.
you've shown us the best of you
As has
in the
Lux.
last decade many times. Can we say
I'm
the same
also-
thing about Lux?
I also am outside a lot more too.
Which means he should have more in the vault.
I don't know about that.
Yes. Every time I take a break, let's not talk about me. Let's not talk about me. Anytime
Lux 2-1.
we see,
I didn't mean the 3-0 because Rum Nitty is way too. Rum Nitty is way too dope. I'm not gonna hold you like.
I got Nitty.
If it was anybody else, I'd probably be going with one thing. But I'm a super Lux stand, and I'm gonna go ahead and 2-1. I think Lux.
2014 would be 10 years ago. Between 2014 and 2024, what's the best Lux performance?
Between
Since
2000
when?
what? And 20
14 and 2024.
14.
When was Summer Madness?
What is the best? That was like
This
2011.
this is URL.
Direct.
I forgot.
Oh,
Direct.
all of it.
Best Lux
Hot-
performance.
Is it
Hollow was
hot-
2012.
Okay, what about
That's why I
Arsenal?
just got quiet.
Arsenal, he was
No,
fire.
man, y'all missing it. I've been trying to tell y'all this the
They
whole
got
time.
super cooked in
That road runner meet me. I don't know, sir.
He beat
Yo, y'all
Surf.
are missing the
He's beat
obvious moment.
Surf in that time.
I was a. Did
I'm-
Surf
what,
beat
what you,
himself?
what you want me to say? Listen, we're not moving the goalpost. He beat Surf in that time.
He did beat Surf.
Straight up. So
He
I
did
don't
beat Surf.
I don't
Thank
care
you.
if Surf beat himself. I don't care. He beat
Okay,
Surf.
I see what you did
I'll say
there.
it like this.
I see what you
Hollow,
did there.
I say it like this.
I love it.
Lux won.
He did.
Lux won.
I
He didn't beat Surf.
Who you got? What was his best battle?
It's the.
I don't know what else you want me to say.
Oh my God!
That was the Lux
Oh
everybody
my
No, that was fire. No, he was
The
definitely.
Mountain Dew. Show you what
I
that
think-
Mountain
I
Dew.
think that-
Oh,
I think-
sitting here like how
we
we
get
all
that
skipping
for a
over that.
whole battle.
You're right. If
Are we gonna get that for a whole battle?
He just showed us he could do it.
But are we gonna get that for a whole battle?
yes, we
Why did
are.
he do that? Why did he do that?
I have faith.
Because he didn't do it. No, how many battles has he had since then?
No, but why did he do that? Like,
To
what
show
was
us he could do it.
no?
Why did he do
He
it?
had Hollow next to him, right?
Right.
He had somebody next to him that was going to push his creativity.
Right.
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 You don't think that he's going to look at Rum Nitty
As the
oh, youngin, you probably think, oh, like,
Oh, you
youngin, want my spot. Loaded looks, you know
Especially
what's up
like
when I'm
he's not
rolling up.
paying attention. You know, I really think that he hears like what the people say, like the.
He's heard that for 14 years.
Yeah, but
You know what?
never been nobody.
but it's never been, yeah,
threatening.
like your spot. Yeah, it's people that want to battle him. No, but they don't have the same spot.
Rum Nitty beats Lux. People are gonna say Rum Nitty
Rum
is,
Nitty
the
is
best
nicer than
lyricist on Mount Rushmore.
Right.
He took
Yeah.
Lux's spot.
Yeah,
see, I
Aye
get
Verb
that.
was
I get
just
that.
a competitive battle that he wanted to battle him. Not I want his spot.
Averb wanted his spot. That's exactly what that.
Hey, he could never have
You
Lux's
can't
spot.
have it though.
He probably can't.
He can't never have that.
We can all want things.
That's what he was going into. So all right. So Lux doesn't battle. Lux doesn't battle unless he wants to battle.
Yes,
That's
him and Moo.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's period.
Yeah.
So why step in
That's
there?
the ultimate A side.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So why step in the ring with somebody when you're that meticulous about your battles if you're not gonna A game every time?
Okay, let me ask you this question: do you
Good question.
think when
Right, I'm not
Lux
lying.
was booked to battle Geechee,
Mm-hmm.
I said to myself, I don't think Lux should have taken this. Not because I don't think Lux is better than Geechee or whatever. I just think you're going into his hometown. You know what you're up against. That might be a dangerous environment for you to step into if you don't have some type of crazy plan. You know what I'm saying? This battle for Lux should be comfortable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a private event. I have a feeling that they turn the cameras on and it looks like a volume.
I hope so.
Night of the volumes. If it looked like Night of the volumes,
If
this
that's
is going to be
case,
the
that's
one of
gonna
the
be
greatest
best
battles.
battle. It's gonna be top 5 battle of all
Listen,
time.
if all the other battles are on stage, take them off stage and make them battle off the ground. That's I would have put that
Agreed.
in my.
Oh, you mean like in the
contract.
pit style? That's what you're
listen,
saying?
Yes.
I feel like every battle period should be in pitch style.
So I think summer. Oh.
I can see why. If you want to let in a bunch of fans and let them enjoy it, like you have to have big events like that. You know what I'm saying?
like that,
but
but
to
I
me,
mean,
those would
just-
be less
I
of the norm.
I got Loaded Lux. You know what's up when I'm rolling up straight out of that Aces click. Fastest way to Harlem is the A train slick. Ladies, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Rappers, if you knew better, you do better. Swagger juice dripping, eh? Loaded Lux, 2-1. No,
2-1.
2-1.
Who you have, Direct?
Okay. Check this out. I'm gonna draw a parallel for y'all, right? I'm gonna prize pick this. Prize pick this.
Hey, you on to something?
You know what prize picks is?
Yeah.
Listen, prize pick, shout out. We need y'all as a sponsor, but listen, right? You can bet either the over or the under on prize picks to win your money, right?
Okay.
So when I sit down and I look at my NBAs and my NFLs on prize picks, I say, am I voting with my heart or am I voting with my brain? Because I have my money on the line here. I don't care if it's $2 or $2,000. I don't want to lose no money, right? So when I sit back and think before I say 2-1, 3-0, or whatever I'm gonna say, I say, now if I had money on this, who would I bet for? Who would I place all that on?
That's smart.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We all want Lux to be incredible. But Rum Nitty is the more consistent, for sure we know what he's coming with. For this battle to be a classic, Lux is gonna have to tap into something that he hasn't consistently tapped into in a while and match Rum Nitty's energy. I would love for Lux to just come out and go crazy and we say, oh, Lux kind of got it, but it was an incredible battle. But Lux is fighting his own self in this battle and the perception
Most
of
legends
who he
are.
is.
Yeah.
Rum Nitty is fighting to prove that he belongs, which he's already done.
That's an
He just
advantage.
hasn't done it in front of this guy.
Yes.
This guy or the greatest guy? Like, let's not say this guy, because he's
Nick.
that guy.
But
He's clearly that guy.
Okay.
So we have to. So we have to make sure.
Hold on,
We have to make sure. He's
Yeah.
clearly that
so let me give you all my predictions.
Okay. Okay.
I was prepared to say Lux 2-1, but as I just freestyled what I just
You
said
got
and
scared.
thought
You
about
got
it,
scared with your money.
no,
Let's talk about that.
yeah, my money. I need to say Rum Nitty 2-1, but my hope and my expectation is for the most incredible battle we've ever seen, because I think this battle can and will surpass Hollow vs. Lux, because we're not talking about a style clash. We're talking about I do something, you do something, who's better at it.
They're not a style clash.
I don't believe so.
They're style.
Wait,
They-
what?
It's definitely a style.
They approach it differently, but it's all about their bars and their lyrics.
No, Rum
talking
Nitty
about
is a
punches.
back-to-back puncher. Rum,
talking
Yes.
about
Loaded
punches.
Lux is completely
You're
different than that. They
totally
are not. That is
I
a style
understand.
clash.
They're both just lyrical.
Listen,
That's all.
I understand what you're saying. You're talking about punches versus wordplay, correct?
Two different types of styles, right?
Right?
Yeah.
But I view those as two styles under the same umbrella.
Lyricism.
If you're a fan of actually intently listening to raps, you're gonna like both of them.
Yes.
It's
All
not
those
about.
people
It's not
that
about
are saying,
liking, but there's still two different approaches.
They're
You
gonna
can
be
both
listening.
like them.
It's two different approaches, but I believe they're both lyricists at the core.
on a surface level, yes,
No.
but actually, no.
No.
No, I understand what y'all are saying because
Yeah.
I'm in the shit like y'all.
Somebody who angles and sits there and takes down and breaks someone down versus someone who's gonna punch you in your head repeatedly. I get it. They're both lyricists, but they're still. That's like me beating you up two different ways and saying they're both fights. No, it's still a fight, right? If
But
I fuck you up with my hands, and if I do something differently, right? They're still ultimately under the umbrella of fighting, but they're two different
But
styles
an
of
uppercut
fighting.
and a hook is both punches, right?
They are, but I don't think that's the same
That's how I
analogy
look
I'm
at it.
using. Those are both. That's not the analogy I'm using. Like I would
That's
say
it.
I'd say more so boxing versus MMA. You understand what I'm saying? They're two types of fighting, right? But they're two different styles. Like I like to me, it's different.
So I don't feel
They both
strongly-
involve punching. They both involve those things, right? But they're two
Right.
different styles. So I feel like the MMA difference would be more so. Rum Nitty would be MMA for me, and for me, Loaded Lux would be the boxer. That's just me. I feel like I feel like with boxing comes a little bit more with. Like the tactician style, I feel like and I'm not saying that Rum Nitty is not, make no mistake. I just feel like it's a different type of finesse with boxing, right? It's a little bit more controlled. And I feel like the MMA is that like punch your head up, I'm gonna not, you're not gonna make it up out of here. That's where I feel like the difference is. They're still under the umbrella of fighting. They both include punching and stuff like that, but it's just different. That's my
You gotta be careful with that one because ain't no boxer gonna beat no MMA. No MMA dude.
Right.
That's over.
I mean, yeah, well,
Yeah, I got you,
if,
though.
like if we do it like that, but
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying. Like I just feel like whatever.
My question: who was Mook's last battle? It was versus a punch. Who was
Big K.
that? Was Mook's last battle?
Okay, yeah.
What was the battle before that? What was Mook battle before that?
Was it at Geechee? Was it Geechee?
Geechee. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was Geechee. It was during the Geechee battle where Geechee was every bar, like she's saying, kind of like Rum Nitty, at least every 4, it was a punchline every time. But what Mook did is
He took the crowd early.
he did. That's what I'm saying. Like
He took
Mook,
the crowd early.
Mook has that ability as a GOAT, the same way Lux does. Is like, and Lux is probably more likable than Mook to most people. But
The ring, Mook is more like.
no,
The
they
actual ring?
hate Mook.
We hate him when he talks.
I love
We
Mook
love him when he raps.
all the time, but most in the comments they be like, this old style. They be going in sometimes. But my point is like Geechee as a punchline battle rapper, basically. Mook has a little bit. It's not necessarily he can do that, but it's more.
He's a tactician.
Yeah. A vet like that is the same way I see with Loaded Lux. I see him handling that, but if that's all you have, in which, and like you said, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't come in here, Rum Nitty, not doing punches for a round and trying to talk and explain something. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, Lux got that round." Even though it could be great, but it's like, just if that's all you got is punching, I see Loaded Lux getting out of that.
I think we're gonna get, and here's my perfect example for y'all that might say that Rum Nitty doesn't have the advantage. When I watched Rum Nitty versus Iron Solomon, I watched Iron Solomon do every single trick in the book.
Iron Solomon won that.
Right? I agree that I think Iron Solomon won,
Yes.
right? But
Somebody can argue.
Rum Nitty's punches was so crazy, I can't even be mad at somebody
Listen,
that
that-
prefers Rum Nitty.
That nigga said, "Why your people be penny pinching, mine be nickel squeezing."
I'm gonna get his jewels on cam. I really
mean it.
Yo,
Fire.
You come
That's
with
crazy.
you consistently come with this. I expect to see Iron Solomon, Rum Nitty, and I expect to see Deluxe from the 2-on-2.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
That's top 5 battle.
And honestly, Lux might just wear the gray hoodie this whole battle.
Of
If
course
he does
come-
that, if he
of
does
course
that,
he coming in a gray
from the
hoodie.
beginning, out the gate. That's
see that?
like-
You see that?
That's one of them things.
Ness, that's mental manipulation, man.
But he should have been done this.
Look here, youngin. You just
Maybe
a
he
young
was saving
pup.
it for this moment.
You know, I told Smack we had to do this on the roof. You about to jump.
If he
Yeah,
starts shrugging
he-
his shoulders,
oh, yeah.
playing with the nose, shrugging his shoulders, then we got a different type of back.
Yeah.
So look, everybody.
And I would have to concede, man. I would. That's the type of writing that I prefer when he's at his best.
Don't we all? Yeah.
Yeah, but I just haven't seen it in so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now I look at him as GOAT,
Yeah.
greatest of all time. I don't look at him as best of all time. I look at a lot of people like they're better.
Same way you look at Eminem,
Yes, exactly.
but don't quote me.
Exactly. I was actually gonna say that. You know? Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yo, so we need y'all at home to jump in the comments and tell us who y'all think is gonna win. Is he bugging for saying 3-0? Is she bugging for saying 3-0? You know,
I meant
he
2-1.
bugging.
He got me
It's
excited.
2-1.
2-1.
But-
2-1.
Also, speaking of battle rap, right? We broke some news the other day. Internet went crazy with it.
Yep.
On Gil's Arena, shout out Gilbert Arenas. On his podcast, he has a bunch of retired NBA players on
Yeah.
there. Brandon Jennings,
Rashad
Rashad
Niggas
McCants,
gonna
Kenyon
call me
Martin.
Rashad McCain.
Huh?
I can see it right now. Niggas gonna call me Rashad McCain.
Oh Lord,
I can see it right now.
Say you, what I say you a
he
hater?
looked like Rashad McCants,
But go ahead though.
but he wears hat like you. You taught him how to wear his hat.
Right.
But anyway, so he has a bevy of retired NBA players, even WNBA players. Lexi Brown, shout out her too. They had Patrick Beverly come on the podcast, and for y'all don't know, the Pat Bev Pod is co-hosted by Rone on Barstool Sports. So they got into talk about battle rap, where Pat Bev was like, "Yo, I put $1 million up on Rone. We know he got it. You know what I'm saying? I put $1 million up on Rone." And at first he said the freestyle. So people were like, oh, but he fixed it later. And he said, no, to battle
To
anybody.
battle. Yeah.
And Rashad McCants was immediately like, yo, Aye Verb.
Aye Verb.
The Aye Verb.
Mm.
So with $1 million on the line, Rone versus Aye Verb, who wins?
If we going off of consistency, I'm going wrong. If we going off of ceiling, I can't call it down.
$1 million?
$1 million.
Aye Verb.
$1 million is different.
So the best Aye Verb battle recently was also against a white dude,
Yeah.
A Ward. And that was a battle that a lot of people thought that A Ward was going to take.
He did.
But you got to see the
Whoa.
old
He
Aye
won.
Verb.
Y'all had Ward winning?
He won. He won. He won the battle. I
I
don't.
got worried.
I didn't have a definitive opinion.
I'm just.
I was just like, damn, that
I'm
battle.
gonna end up on the grill. I'm gonna shut the.
I'm not mad at anybody.
Speak.
I'm not mad at anybody who said Verb won.
That's what I was about to say. Like, yeah,
Ward won.
I got A-Ward too.
I got Verb.
That's
So-
because y'all got the same voice when y'all talk.
Oh my God.
So back to let's keep it about Rome and Aye Verb.
Okay.
Who wins?
Wrong.
I'm not betting my money against
Yeah,
either one.
right.
Against either one. I'm not betting my money.
But we betting who wins the $1 million.
I be mixing Rona with Sharon.
I think
I can't call, but yo, like, so when I, this is not to prop myself up at all, and not to put down Verb. But when I hear Verb rap, I'm like, I sit down for a while and come up with that. Some of the angles that Rone goes into, it's like, why the fuck did I not think of that?
okay.
Could I come up with it? You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Here's what I can say about Verb. Verb has arguably beat Lux, Mook,
Right.
and Hollow.
Right.
Rone could never.
How come he couldn't?
He could never.
He's just never been in the position.
He
to.
could never beat Murder Mook.
This is the
Never.
This is the groupthink shit I was talking about earlier. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Right?
Could never be low deluxe.
People don't believe Mook. Your favorite battler ever. Mook said it. People don't think you could do it until you're in that position and make that ass stupid.
Yeah, and that's
Listen,
Mook saying
Rone is one of them battle rappers.
Yeah.
That if you throw him up there with the greats, he's gonna smoke somebody and nobody's seeing it coming.
You're gonna lose your money in
think
a lot
about
of
this as a rapper, not a fan.
But let me say this though, Aye Verb is a little racist. He's not losing to no white dude for $1 million too.
Racist has nothing to do.
Oh,
with
it does.
Does not have anything to do with the outcome of a fucking battle.
Absolutely.
Man. No, it doesn't. It really.
It
doesn't.
gives you a little bit of strength.
Either one of them can win.
Racism gives you a little bit of extra strength sometimes.
Well, it was racism when we was in chains. Never mind. Let's
And we got out. No, they had to pass legislation, fucking laws to let us out. But you needed a gun to keep us in.
I think.
Yeah. You need guns to keep us in.
And how did they get us in there?
It's a little trickery, a little tomfoolery for the jewelry. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, Aye Verb is listen. When he gets geared up to battle Murder Mook, he arguably won. He geared.
He won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It's my guy.
You see what's going on?
It's my guy. I rock with Mook.
What he doing?
But he arguably beat Verb. I don't know if I believe that either. But what I'm saying is, Hollow. He did beat.
He beat Hollow.
He did beat Hollow. I will say that, and I love Hollow. He beat Hollow. Rone, man, no.
That's not how it goes.
Rone,
that's not how it goes.
But no, Rone is not beating Murder Mook.
Hollow
and
is Rone top tier?
Yes, but he's Rone is a white better version, and it's not a knock because he's fired too.
Don't say nothing.
No. He's a white better version of DNA, and DNA is fire.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
How?
40. Can you please tell him how?
I don't know.
No, here's what I
don't know.
Hold on. Here's why I say that they're
I
alike.
know, but you see me, but I'm just sitting here like, I mean, I have Rome, but
Yeah, here's why.
Hold on.
Yeah, Rome.
I have Rome.
You have Rome?
Yeah.
Why?
I choose him.
She said, "I choose him."
He's not a Pokemon.
Catch him all.
Okay,
I feel like Verb could definitely be him. So I don't know if like I said, like what y'all like. I'm not gonna hold you like. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'd want to bet $1 million on Rome. So make no mistake. I'm not trying to be funny, but if I had to just sit here and like pick an answer, I'd be like I always go with who I prefer to see. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I feel like they both are at a certain level. Now, if there's someone who's considerably not as good as the other person, then you go with the skill set. But if it's like, okay, I really don't see any difference in it and the levels here, it's like, okay, whose style do I prefer? Who's gonna rap the way I'm gonna be more entertained by? Right. And it's probably gonna be Rone. That's why I'm at. But that doesn't mean that.
Yeah, Aye Verb is so popular. He's so proven on some of the biggest stages. Yeah, with all the eyes on him, the celebrities and everything.
He don't drop the ball.
That people are gonna sit there and tell you, Aye Verb is the man. He's gonna have this mass amount of fans that Rone might not have.
I don't think I have a preference this bad.
But yo, what'd you say?
I don't think I have a preference this bad.
Look, if we look at Rone's career from beginning to now, he's been one of the most consistent battle rappers from performance to performance. When's the last time you seen Rone slip?
No, he's fired.
When's the last time you seen Rone choke?
Never.
Hold on.
When's the last time you seen Rone be like, well, his pen wasn't that good in this battle. He could have did better.
Never.
I can think of one battle where I think Rone got bested in definitely.
Yeah,
it was good.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. Fresco.
I had him beating Fresco.
Oh, see.
Here's what I'll say. Who's better, Rone or Sharon?
Rone is more effective.
Rone
is better.
Say that again.
Sharon is more effective. Rone is better.
Who's better, Rone or Big K?
Big K is more effective. I have Rone being a better writer.
That's not what I asked you.
I got Rone being a better writer.
Who's better, Rone?
I can't really call that one.
But who you got?
I can't call it.
I need to see them battle.
Yeah,
Champion of the year.
I would need to see them battle.
Okay, so Rone is the best white battle rapper ever.
If someone
you can make argument for it.
If someone told me that, yes.
Y'all sitting up here telling me Rone better than Big K.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is Rone the most creative battler ever? Could you argue that?
You
I
can
don't
argue
know
he's
about
the best
that.
in all
No,
of them.
could he? Like, who would you say?
Creative.
The most creative? I would say Ilmac, Paste,
Right.
Rone.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
Why y'all always saying all
White
white
boys?
people? That's what I'm saying.
No.
I was about
I didn't know
to
this was a
go.
white
White-
list.
Hold on, I was about to go.
Think all white people creative.
I was about to go.
This that racism
And-
Verb be talking about.
Hold on. He said frack, not me.
I got frack. I got frack in there.
Frack
is-
fire.
Frack is in there.
I would throw Hollow in there.
Yes, sir.
I would even
Oh,
throw Diz.
oh, we
I would
talking
throw
about more than white.
Diz in there.
You love throwing him in there.
He's not.
Careful.
We're
Keep
talking
going.
about creative.
Diz is one of the
What
most
are we
creative
doing?
battlers ever.
Yeah, I got Diz on one. I got
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's Rone in the running for most creative.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's one of the most creative
Rone has
battle
one
rappers.
of the most effective styles in
Yes.
battle rap.
Okay.
And
Now-
it translates.
But
Can I tell you something about Rone? When Danger Zone was on the top of the URL mountain, Rone smoked Danger Zone so bad
Ooh.
that they took away his URL career and vaulted the footage.
Ooh.
Danger Zone is not
When
a verb.
everyone, the way people feel about
When Danger
JC,
Zone- Danger Zone,
when
he
Danger
could have
Zone
beat
was
A
that
Verb.
dude that couldn't be beat. We want to
Let-
see
let-
Danger Zone
let-
versus Lux.
Let me say this.
Rone put him in the vote.
Let me say this. Like Verb said, when you're white and you're amazing, which he is, it's magnified a little, especially in
I
battle
didn't
rap.
have to graduate
lot.
from.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yo, you ain't have to graduate from Lincoln High School
To know that exactly, but I can rap. So F school, I'm too cool to go back. Give me the I'm with you. But what he did against what Mook did against Iron Solomon showed you niggas do this all the time. As white man can't jump. What Verb did.
Hold on. What are you saying?
I'm telling you how
You know-
you can neutralize a white guy. You saw Verb do it to a Ward when he says.
Verb neutralized the A Ward.
I'm saying he can. You bring the whiteness down a little bit, or the gas off.
Definitely
of
made it
white.
an even playing field.
There you go.
Definitely made it.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
never an even playing field. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because they can't reference half the things we can. They can't even make certain things. It's not a fucking level playing field. So that's why people be like, oh, they're so good. Can't even use half of the fucking type of material we can.
I don't think they're taking that into account.
You
I think
have
it's.
to.
I think it's.
You have
Rone
to.
is.
You have to.
Rone
You
is.
can't even
Rone is
say
very
certain
aware of
things, or
that.
you can't. It's a very slip. It's certain things you can't even come close
dig
to.
that.
So if you gotta still right within those restraints, then that's probably why.
But that's not
my
where
opinion.
it comes from. Because I
For
remember,
me, that's
I
probably
used
where
to
for me.
hate battling white niggas when I was doing freestyle battles.
How
I used to
oxymoronic
hate
is
'em.
that? I used to hate battling white niggas.
I did because it didn't matter what they said. If they had one line to my 20, they was gonna win. That's not what you're talking about.
I don't know, because I also know too if we have, I don't know. I'm battle white boy and lost.
So
Cracked all kinds of jokes. My first battle, like you know what I'm saying. So I get it.
Who was it?
Maroney.
I don't even remember him.
But it was funnier than me, and he was better than me.
Biggie's casket.
It was funnier than it was funny at that
That's what he
moment,
said?
and I was sitting there like, damn.
One, you probably just won.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But I also can understand too when I started watching other stuff like when I first started watching Battle Rap for real, like Ness and fucking Iron Solomon, and me and my cousin's going back and forth, and he's telling me that I'm grading Iron Solomon on like a curve, like he's like you're being nice to him because he's a white boy, and I said, and that could very much be so.
Iron won.
No, and I'm gonna be honest, I felt that way too. But there's been times I went back and watched it, like damn, like you know, what I mean? It's like one of those battles.
Same. I'm majority guy.
Right.
Iron, but yeah.
I do too,
Yeah.
but there's been times I went back and like, damn, Ines was kind of, so it's like that. But I think I could have been strictly because there's so much stuff that you can't even talk about. So you're already coming in like at a disadvantage. And I'm not saying that, and maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Everybody
Right?
that's cerebral. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm gonna be real, yo. If A Verb sat up there
I
and
didn't do
gave
it like
Rone a history lesson, I think Rone would be fully prepared, and Rone would expect that angle. So that would be dangerous waters for.
What
A
kind of
Verb.
history lesson?
I've never seen.
What kind of history lesson? On
He's gonna say, "Honky, you don't know
Tired
why
of
people
that.
history,
Didn't
and
he
you
just do
eating
that?
off."
Didn't he just do that with Aye Verb?
He gonna
I
do
mean,
it
A-Ward?
again. Why wouldn't he do
He
it
better
again?
not do it again.
But like,
We don't want to hear it.
like
do
you
something
said,
else.
Like,
MJ does.
we like
People-
typical
people do
angles.
what- people do
low
what-
hanging fruit.
Some people do want
Say something else about the white boy. Don't give me a
thing
whole
is-
another history and just
It might work
constantly.
The difference is Rone is just as good as A Ward, and everyone wants to like him more than A Ward.
Oh, okay.
That's the difference.
And Rone has an endearing thing about him that makes people want to like him. In
He
general.
doesn't come off as a battle rapper, and that's
That might be a
plus.
good thing.
Yes, it's a great thing. It's a great thing.
I don't think I see enough of his stuff. Like I don't know.
But I'm not. 'Cause I feel like I'm. It sounds like I'm saying Aye Verb is definitively going to lose. I feel like certain battle rappers, when you put the bag in front of them and you give them a reason to
Aye
go crazy,
Verb is
I feel like he's
one
one of the people that excels in that.
Aye Verb beat Hitman, and Hitman was incredible. Aye Verb has beat every big rapper almost. Arguably, has he ever lost against Rex? Might have been the one time when New York was just booing. That might have been the only time. Clips.
Now I'm gonna say one thing. You ever seen Pat Stay versus Aye Verb?
Pat Stay versus. I think Pat Stay
It was on,
won.
it was on
that.
RB.
Yeah, Pat Stay. Okay.
And he definitively won.
Pat Stay is one of them ones though.
And Aye Verb was even just laughing and it was like.
Pat Stay beat Tay Rock and Arsenal.
But I think given the right opponent, Rone could look like that too.
Rone is
Right
gonna
stage,
look
right
as
opponent.
dominating.
he ain't gonna have no Pat Stay in him.
And then you got to think he gonna have NBA niggas behind him. Talk that shit. The optics of that to some onlook.
I don't know.
It's gonna be like.
Tell you
damn.
what. I'm gonna tell you what though.
They shouted me out.
They did.
I was like, hell yeah.
Let Aye Verb come with a y'all backing him and let it come like with a not like us is in nigga spirits too right now. So he might you they support you Drake.
Verb, is that battle definitely happening or something? That's definitely going.
Patrick Beverly said, "I have $1 million on Rone."
Yeah.
And then Kenya Moore said, "Can he beat Charlie Clips?" And then Charlie McCann,
he's like, I already beat Charlie
him.
Clips.
Right. No. He said he already beat Goods. And then he said, "You better than Charlie Clips?" And then he said, "Yeah." And he was like, "I don't know about that. I got to see you." And then Gilbert was like, "I watch battle rap. I ain't never seen Rone."
Yeah, that's what he said.
And then Rashad McCants was like, "No, he's dope. I'll take that bet, but I got Aye Verb."
And I like Rashad McCann's betting record. He just won that $100,000 versus Gil. So I like what McCann's doing.
So our final thing with this battle, who wins?
I can't call it. I legit can't call it.
Verb.
40.
Rone.
She's at Rone.
Wrong.
Wow. I like his style better.
All right, I might lean Rone, and that might be the grind time in me. Sue me, but the money just. We would all get
I
up
don't
there.
think nobody's surprised if Verb. Yeah,
thing.
thing like if he wins, it's not like oh my god, he like
Yeah.
Offering a nigga $1 million is much different than offering a white boy $1 million. But don't quote me.